Hello, so yes, bit different now. I'm a comedian, an actor, a proud sister of a dedicated NHS employee, and I'm a bit of a medical miracle because as a comedian, I have died many times. And I'm here, I want to talk to you about a situation that I am facing. Now, a little bit of background. 2 years ago, I got married. Now, I had to convert to get married. Not religion, sexuality. Turns out my wife was one of those lesbians. Only seemed polite. Because I used to bat for the other team. I used to bat for the heteros. And I put in some good service for the heteros, 29 years good service. Had to retire, my knees aren't what they used to be. And I haven't always actually been that comfortable with this change in sexuality quite late in life. When we were planning our wedding, I didn't come out to the wider family. I just sent out the invites, hoped they'd catch on. And I was really worried about seeming too gay. So when we were planning the wedding, I was like having a nightmare about what to wear. Because for a same-sex wedding, for two women, it's difficult. There are no rules. You've got options. You can go double bride's dress. I was like, bit gay. You can go double tux. Gayer. One in a dress, one in a tux. No, that one is a trap. Because that's just going to fuel the question. You know the question. You're medical professionals, you shouldn't ask it, but you might think it. Which one's the man? Well, just to clear that up once and for all, neither of us gets overpaid. In the end, we found a way to do it that we were comfortable with. We went full-length sequin dresses, feather boas, and a dramatic balcony entrance. Yeah, it turns out I'm fine being gay. I just want to be a very stereotypical camp gay man. But as soon as we got married, we started getting the next question, which is, are you going to start a family? And by that question, people always mean a baby. I know, I've checked, because I'd quite like to start maybe with a great aunt, see how that goes before committing. And it's a big decision. It's difficult. We're at that stage I think a lot of couples get to, which is like, oh, I don't know. Should we just not use any protection? See what happens? We've been doing that for the last 2 years, hasn't worked. And I've realized now that I've settled down with the woman I love, I'm in a situation where if we want a family, more than ever, I need a man. Not a whole one. Just the jus, essence, I'm not sure what the official medical term is, reproductive runoff. I mean, there are special places we can go to get this. There are special banks. They're online. I don't think there are any branches. I guess because nobody would want to touch the free pence. Now, sperm banks, the donors have profiles like dating sites, but without the dates, just the goods. And some of these donors are quite cute. Now, I used to be a straight woman. I can appreciate a good man. I find myself flicking through these donors going, oh, I would have. And I've realized this way, I can get the genes of somebody way hotter than I would ever have been able to pull in the straight days. So there are upsides to our situation. But it is expensive. Like, we're talking £1,000 a pop. It's probably not the right word to use. And I used to be straight. I was out there. That stuff did not used to be in short supply. If only I'd had the hindsight to take Tupperware. And the sperm is more expensive depending on how good it is. And it's in these categories like education. And you get picky. You're like, oh, he's nice. What's the education? Oh, only further. I was really hoping high. I was hoping kind of Oxbridge. Have they got Oxbridge? He's like, oh, him. I like him, yeah. But what's that physique? Normal? Oh, have they not got athletic? And I don't know, if we're getting carried away. I don't know if we're expecting a baby to come out fully formed with like a PhD and a six-pack. Ideally, we would get funding for this on the NHS, but it's not available in our area. And I mean that geographically, not just anatomically. And because it's so expensive, that's led us to explore other options. That's led us to explore some budget options. That's led us to dark corners of the internet where we have found a site called Tadpole Town. Absolutely true. So over here, if this is your sperm banks, this is your medical professionals, regulated, screened. Over here, sites like Tadpole Town are made up of more your amateur enthusiasts, your hobbyists. And the profiles on Tadpole Town are nowhere near as sophisticated as the sperm banks. You get a photo and a short statement. And these statements are gold. And I've brought a few along with me just to show you what we're dealing with. Now, I have changed the names in case it's any of you. So this is tadpole number 1. Let's call him Mark. So this is what Mark has written to help us decide if we would like his genetic profile for our potential unborn offspring. Mark writes, I'm a leader with attention to detail. Strong opening, Mark. I'm used to dealing with people from diverse backgrounds and different ethnicities. Okay, not sure genetically what you're offering there. Ex-military, currently training humans and dogs to search and locate drugs and explosives. What, Mark? My only kind of conclusion of this is, you know how some people just copy and paste job applications? I think Mark's probably just got very lost on the internet. Then we've got Graham. He's a bit more cash. Graham opens with this. Let's keep winter warm, lol. I know, icky. I fear that Graham would offer to deliver in person. Hi, I always like to help other people get lovely children. Done it twice before, happy to do it again, lol. These are all absolutely genuine, haven't made it up. He's used lol twice. So that, to be honest, that didn't give us the feel for being Graham's third. But lastly, we've got Alan. He's probably my favourite. Now, Alan opens with a witty STD tests up to date. Oh, Alan, you spoiler girl. To be fair, he doesn't actually confirm that they're negative. Youthful and fit, full head of hair, 6'1". Ooh. Dogs I don't know approach me carrying a ball. What? Alan? What? I somehow signal trust and playtime. It's not coming across, Alan. Wait for this, the elegant dismount. I create exceptionally vibrant, healthy, intelligent, beautiful children full of heaven-sent laughter. Now, you're medical professionals. I don't know. I'm reading like possible psychopath, definite narcissist, quite possibly currently running the country. So, yeah, we've decided maybe not to go for any of the tadpoles. I mean, just for no other reason than it puts probably too much pressure on nurture. And it's not that we don't have funding for the sperm donation. There's no funding for us for any of it, for the tests, for IUI, for IVF. So if we do this, we're on our own. And so after this is a great event, but do follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and all of the other ones. And you'll see there our crowdsourcing campaign, because we're going to kickstart a baby. And just to give you a preview of some of the reward tiers, if you would like to join in on that. If you are moved to donate something, if you give £10, you will get, if we're lucky, a signed ultrasound. £20, you get an invite to the birth. £30, that will be a VIP invite to the birth with entry into the birthing pool. Complimentary glass of Prosecco. £50, very generous, godparent. £100, you could name the baby. £200, you could have your name tattooed tastefully on the baby. But if you really want to help us out, the top tier, we're looking for £10,000. You could spend an evening with my wife and I flicking through sites on the internet, and we will choose the father. So that's all I have time for. Thank you so much for listening. God bless the NHS.